I'm Zac Titus, and welcome back to another episode of the BNEWS Sports Hub. Today, we welcome girls volleyball coach Wingsze Seaman to the show alongside her senior captains Rinkeviciute and Cassidy Hanlon. Robert Paris brings us our Red Devil review, and we will have our player spotlight segment. Let's get started. Let's catch up with our Red Devil review with Robert Paris.
Hey everyone, I'm Robert Paris and this is your Red Devil review. The Lady Devils volleyball team is off to an incredible start, riding high on a 6-game winning streak under 6th-year head coach Wingsze Seaman. Before we dive into this season, let's look back at the offseason and the changes the program faced. Burlington graduated 5 seniors, including key stars, outside hitters Grace Seaman, Elisa Kovbasa, and Karina Boyajiv, defensive specialist Madison Spreadberry, and middle hitter Emily Andriolo. Last year, the Devils finished 15-6 and clinched a playoff spot in the MIAA playoffs and saw their season come to a close against Oliver Ames High School in Easton. The 2024 season featured some record-breaking performances, including Karina Boyajiv, who set a new record for most receptions in a season with 528. The previous record of 500 was held by class of 2019 graduate Maddie Metzdorf. At the end of the season, several players were recognized at the state level. Boyajiv, Rinkeviciute, and Grace Seaman were all Middlesex League 12 All-Stars. Seaman was also named the Middlesex League 12 Freedom Division MVP and earned a spot on the All-Conference team. Boyajiv and Seaman received the Players Award, while Maddie Spreadberry earned the 10th Player Award along with the MIAA Sportsmanship Award. Congrats to all of them. Despite those departures, Burlington returned a strong core. Outside hitter Cassidy Hanlon and libero Pia Kasparian are back, with Pia making her long-awaited return after missing last season due to injury. Setter Rinkeviciute and defensive specialist Hazel Yu also anchored the lineup. They are joined by 3 juniors and 6 sophomores, adding depth and energy to the squad. And the results are showing. Burlington's current streak include wins over Watertown, Billerica, Lexington, Melrose, Arlington, and Wakefield. Statistically, the team is shining. Juniors Tessa McCain and Emerson Mata, along with senior Cassidy Hanlon, lead in kills per set. McCain at 2.1, Mata at 1.8, and Hanlon at 1.5. For those new to volleyball, a kill is essentially a point scored on an attack. From the service line, Rinkeviciute leads with 27 successful serves. Seaman follows with 18, and Hanlon adds 14. When it comes to kills per game, Tessa McCain stands out with an impressive 58 total points. Rinkeviciute is also ranking up assists, already totaling 223. Defensively, sophomore Lexi Carmody has been a wall, recording 146 digs, stopping the ball from hitting the floor, with plenty more sure to come as the season continues. The Lady Devils have made their presence known early, and if this momentum continues, it could be a very exciting year for Burlington volleyball. Looking ahead, they'll have a tough stretch of games, including the 5-1 Marblehead Magicians and a home matchup against Winchester, always a challenging opponent. The team will host their annual Spiko Cancer event on October 17th against Bedford. All proceeds, including raffle prizes, will benefit the American Cancer Society. Last year, the team raised over $7,000 for the society. Congratulations to the team on a strong start to the season, and here's hoping they can keep the streak alive as the season goes on. And that is all for your Red Devil review. I'm Robert Paris. Back to you, Zach.
Here we are with Coach Wingsze Seaman. Thank you for being here.
Sure, sounds good.
Welcome. I guess starting things off, so the team's been on an impressive 7-1 record. I guess can you tell me about what you've liked about this team's play so far?
So far, I think I've been very impressed with the team's resilience through a lot of our matches. A lot of them have gone through full 5-set matches, and even though being down a couple of sets, we've come through and come out with the wins on a bunch of them.
That's good. Any like particularly like difficult ones or?
I think Billerica was probably our toughest one.
Okay.
It was early in the season, still trying to figure out who we were as a team, who would play what positions and what we were doing for roles. And I think being down, we started up early and then, dipped a little bit in the middle of the match, but we came back really strong to finish it with the win.
That's good.
That day, yeah.
Any like notable players like stepping up really, like you mentioned like that big like change, I guess, anyone?
So I think moving around, we have a pretty young group. We have 6 sophomores on the varsity team this year, which is a pretty young team compared to a lot of other varsity groups. But I would think Lexi Carmody stepped up a ton, playing a new position that she didn't play last year, so she stepped up a ton. And then we have a lot of returning players that, continue to lead the team and push the team to be at its best.
That's good. On that note about leadership, what have you noticed about these captains and what they've brought to the team?
So Will and Cass started really early with summer practices to getting the kids in the gym and getting as many touches as possible. And I think that's always helpful preparation for the season. They worked really hard over the summer getting them ready for tryouts. And I think it's kind of shown with all of our records so far, with especially the varsity and the JV players.
Yeah, it's been very successful.
It's been good so far, yeah.
Any like matchups you're like really looking forward to?
I think our upcoming matchups that will be difficult. Belmont's always a rough team to play. They always give us a good match. Winchester for sure. Winchester I think is undefeated right now in Middlesex, so looking forward to some really good ball against them.
That'll be good. And I guess kind of to wrap things up, what are your main like goals? I guess your like biggest goal to finish the season off?
Obviously making playoffs as far as we can. The best we did a couple years ago was Elite 8. If we can get even further, that would be amazing. But at the end of the day, I just want these kids to love playing the game and come out of it honestly just loving each other as part of a team and just, good chemistry and good vibes and make some good friends on the court.
That's awesome. So Burlington has some tough games coming up. What will be really important to keeping that momentum going?
We've been preparing at practices, anticipating a lot stronger offense from our opponents.
Okay.
So making sure that we are challenging ourselves at practice and pushing the speed of our practice is going to be really important to face those bigger, tougher, faster teams. And making it, putting all the stress points at practice so that we're not trying to figure stuff out at game time.
On the court?
On the court, yeah. We're not trying to learn on the court. All the times that we're at practice, we're really pushing each other to be better than the day before. And because we have a pretty young team, I think a lot of it is also still exposing them to parts of the game that they haven't been exposed to. And so there's a good balance between teaching and improving.
Improving, yeah.
Yeah, throughout practices.
That's good.
Yeah.
You mentioned this is a younger team. What are some other, you mentioned things, parts of the game they haven't encountered before. Can you talk a little bit more about that? What's different, I guess, about this younger team?
Sure. So, of the 6 sophomores, 5 of them are new to varsity. So the speed of the game is very different from what they are used to, either from JV or their own club season playing their age division. So having the older players, the returning players, the juniors and seniors, pushing those younger players to be faster, reading quicker and moving faster have been really important to the game. But with the returning group too, some of them are still 1 or 2 year varsity members. Cass has been on varsity for 2 years now. Ula's been a 4-year varsity member. So having their experience on the court and helping the younger players on the court while playing has been essential to
the success.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. I guess kind of moving forward to your own experiences with volleyball. How long have you been involved with the program?
With Burlington, I think this year 7 for me. Year 6 as the varsity coach.
Wow.
Before that, I did coach at other high school, and I've coached club prior for about 8 years. So my coaching experience is on and off for about the last 20 years.
That's awesome.
Which sounds crazy, but certainly my longest tenure, being here has been great.
And have you been playing volleyball for a while as well?
Yep, for on and off. Not so much these days, just busy with coaching and everything. But I started in college, played post-college with a lot of adult pickup leagues and learned really fast playing 5 or 6 days a week.
That's good.
And getting some really great coaching from coaches who also coached at the national level. And I've just loved the game so much that I continue in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like about the game itself, and like that you've noticed like the players as well? Like what that makes it different from other sports?
The social aspect has to be the biggest part. You cannot succeed at this game without playing as a team, just by the nature of the rules of the game, by the nature of the team aspect. I grew up as a track and field person for all of my middle school and high school years, and when I started volleyball, it was by far, and I've played other sports over the years too, but it's by far the most social game. So it's a game that you can play competitively but recreationally at the same time and meet many people. For those who want to play after high school or post college, like in New England, there's what they call NERVA volleyball. It's a group community of over 5,000 people that you can play tournaments in every single weekend. So there's volleyball as much as you want, and they even have adult nationals, and they have age divisions up to men who are 75 plus years old.
Wow.
So it's a very long lifelong game if you want it to be.
And that just teaches like lessons like beyond just like the game itself, like that social aspect is so important.
So I would say one of the biggest things that I teach a lot of my younger players is on time is late. So being on, being early for practices, being warm, being there. I think the life lessons there, go beyond high school of, in the professional world, you need to be on early for meetings sometimes, and being there late, being on time will be late for meetings, and it carries over to the rest of your life too.
That's good.
And friendships and how to work with people matters down the road.
There's more to than just like the game itself.
Agree.
Obviously.
Yep.
That's good. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah. We will be right back with Ula following our Player Spotlight segment.
Hi, I'm Kayla Walker, and this is a Player Spotlight. Yes, so it's been amazing. I think we've done so well because of our great teamwork and team chemistry, and it's just been a lot of fun to be a part of. I started my freshman year, and I just learned from everyone around me, and I've been loving it ever since. Like I said, our team chemistry has been great this season, just like practicing together and just getting to know each other off the court. They've just been doing a great job leading everyone, because we have a lot of new players this past season, so they've just been doing an amazing job like helping them out, and they've just been great leaders. She's just a great coach. She always wants to make you the best player you can be, and she always makes practice fun and enjoyable. I think, I had friends who played it, but I think I did a rec clinic before I started playing for the team, and Wingsze really encouraged me, and so did Emily. They really got me into enjoying the sport. I think just getting to know my teammates more, just having fun off the court and on the court, and making more memories.
All right, here we are with our Red Devil volleyball captains. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thank you for having us.
I guess you just state your name and tell us how you think the season's going.
My name is Ula, so I'm a senior captain, and I think the season's going pretty well. We've started off pretty good. We're 7-1 right now, I think,
Nice.
Which is pretty good compared to all the seasons I've been on the team.
That's good. How long have you been involved with the program?
I'm going to start over really quick.
Okay.
Get the phone graphic up.
Oh, okay. No, but that was good. So,
No, that was so good. That was start would have messed up. Shoot.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Here we are with our Red Devil volleyball captains. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thanks for having us.
Could you just state your name and tell us what you like about this season and how it's been going?
My name is Ula. I'm a senior captain this year, and the season's been going pretty well. We start off pretty strong. We're 7-1 right now.
Nice.
And it's pretty good right now.
That's good. How long have you been involved with like Red Devil volleyball?
I've been on varsity since my freshman year.
Wow. And you've been playing the game?
I started playing volleyball in 6th grade, I think.
Okay.
I've been playing since then, yeah.
That's awesome. So as a captain, like what does leadership kind of mean to you?
Well, it means stepping up. Like during the hard parts of the games, like I always try to like keep positive, tell certain people what they need to hear, and just really keep our team together on the court and off the court.
That's good. And that's what I kind of heard from the coach as well, like that like social aspect.
Yeah,
like,
I think
it's
it's a really important like social connections game.
That's good. So you mentioned that the team is off to a great 7-1 record.
Yeah.
What do you kind of like attribute to that?
Well, I'm the setter, I guess. I play all rotations. I take the second ball, I take it, like I set it to the hitters.
Okay.
So I'd say like you can't really play without a setter, I guess, not to sound cocky, but
no,
so
it's
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Could you kind of go more into that, like what the setter is responsible for?
Yeah, so the setter takes the second ball, so like they set it to the hitters, so they'll serve, like pass it, and then I set it, and then they hit it.
Okay.
And that's
pretty important.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. How do you keep the team motivated during like tough matches?
I try to stay positive. I love telling people like goldfish memory, like just forget it and just keep going. Yeah.
That's good.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
Yeah.
That's good. What are some goals you have with your teammates this season?
This year, I think one of our goals is we've made it pretty far in playoffs, and I think we can make it further this year.
Okay.
I think we can make like maybe Final Four would be great, get a trophy, or even like on a smaller scale, like we can be like Middlesex League champs. I think we're on the road for that, so hopefully we can shoot for that. Yeah.
Let's hope for that. Yeah. What are some of like the more like challenging matches that you've had to deal with recently?
Well, our first game was challenging. Definitely, it was like something because we hadn't played like together like a real match, and Reading's a strong team, so that was a challenging match. I think another one was Wakefield. We went to 5. That one was challenging because they're also a strong team, and we just had to find like different places to put each other, and we just stayed as a team, even though we were being moved around. And I think that was
important.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. And any like that you're like looking forward to or dreading, I guess?
I'm not dreading any. I like playing, but upcoming ones, I think that we're playing Melrose and Wakefield again will be challenging. Winchester's a really good team. They're pretty up there. I think that will be a challenging game. Concord Carlisle will play them. I think they're pretty good this year. So yeah.
Looking back on like your whole like volleyball career, I guess. What are some things that you've kind of like taken away from the sport?
I'd say I've taken away just keep pushing, keep persevering. Your teammates always have your back. You always have to trust them. You're never alone. I think that's something I've taken away.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then moving after high school, any plans to continue with volleyball? Or
I want to play. I'll probably play like club volleyball or something. I'll definitely stay like in it. I won't leave it. Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Up next, Cassidy Hanlon when we return.
Looks like we all made it. But now what?
We lost everything. What are we going to do with no fresh water?
No food.
What are we gonna do with no social media?
Kids aren't the only ones drowning in social media, but teens are definitely the most attached to their phones, which is not all good. Kids who spend too much time texting and posting are more likely to feel isolated and depressed. No one is saying throw your phone away, but once in a while, try actually calling somebody. Talking is even more social than social media. For clues on how to clear your head and brighten your outlook, try visiting one more site, yourlifeyourvoice.org.
Still no service.
Here we are back with our Red Devil captains. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I guess can you tell us your name and how the season's been going?
My name's Cassidy Hanlon. Our season's been going pretty good. I love just like our team and our bond, and our record is just off to a great start, like Ula said, 7-1.
That's good. And you mentioned like a great bond. Could you talk about that, like that social aspect of volleyball?
Well, the social aspect is definitely like really important, especially with our team, because like when we're down, like your teammates are so important to bring you back up, and I just think that like our bond just like really helps us play, and yeah.
It like makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I guess on a similar note, what does like leadership in that sense kind of mean?
Leadership means like just showing up, like having fun with your teammates, but also like focusing when you need to, and like, yeah.
That's good. You mentioned that strong 7-1 start.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like what you think kind of led to that success?
I think just like there was so much potential in our team, and everybody just tries so hard at practice while also having fun, but we try so hard and we apply that in the games, and we're applying all that pressure and that energy into the game.
To like constantly be learning and stuff. Like,
yeah.
That's good. How do you keep the team motivated during tough matches?
During tough matches, I would say like, again, like it's just the energy, like whether it's like having a little pep talk with people who need it, or just like hyping someone up after like a really tough play, or just like cracking a joke in between matches really helps us, because we get our mind off of like the bad parts, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's really good. And you're an outside hitter, correct?
I'm a middle hitter.
Middle hitter, okay.
Yeah.
So what does that kind of look like?
Well, middle's definitely like, we're not always like the main like one set, so like the points that we get is like really big, because like you might not be the first set, but like middles are just really important because you're reading your hitters, you're trying to block. It's just, yeah.
That's good. How do you kind of balance like the offensive side of that role and like the defensive side?
Well, really like communicating, like middles are obviously like right in the front, so like you see what's going on from the front, and maybe the back row doesn't see that, so like calling and like vocalizing is always helpful, I think, for them, like calling a tip or which hitter's gonna hit. Yeah. That's
good. What are some goals you have for this season?
Well, like Ula said, our goals are to like maybe get to the Final Four, a trophy, and just like we started off our season so good, and I think we just really want to end our season the same way. Yeah.
That's good. And then moving like after high school, what are your plans with volleyball moving forward?
Well, I think I was a little late to starting volleyball, so I think I definitely want to like keep playing, just maybe like not like as competitive, just like maybe club or just like different type of leagues like that.
That's good. You said that you were late to starting volleyball?
Yeah.
What does that entail, I guess?
Well, it definitely, at the beginning it was definitely hard, because I felt like everybody else knew like what it was and I didn't really, and a lot of people have more experience than I do, but I feel like I had a good start and such good coaches that helped me.
I mean, now here you are as a captain, so it definitely would prove to be successful. I guess anything you want to kind of leave for the rest of your team to close off?
No.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, yeah, it's been great though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I travel to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
Well, it looks like that's it for our show. I want to thank Wingsze Seaman, Ula Rinkeviciute, and Cassidy Hanlon for coming onto this show. I'm still Zac Titus, and we'll see you next time on the BNEWS Sports Hub.